y'all, welcome back to Fixing the Fish, and today we're going to be covering weightless Senkos versus Texas rigged. And I feel like there's a time and a place to fish one versus the other, and it's pretty much as simple as fall rate. With a Texas rig with a weight, you're going to get a much faster fall rate versus an unweighted. And I'll go to one or the other depending on the bite. If the bite is slow, the fish are short striking, hesitant, I will go with a slower falling unweighted. You can fish these on bait casters, but I prefer to fish weightless on just a regular spinning rod. So I'm here at my local pond on a golf course that I live on, and there's not too many giants in this little pond. And we're going to go ahead and give the Texas rig a run. I fish this fairly often. There are several other ponds on the golf course, but I try to stay out of people's way on the greens and whatnot, so I fish this one in the little corner. Unfortunately, the biggest fish I've caught out of here has only been a couple pounds. So I may want to slow down my fishing just a little bit with a weightless Senko. Especially when the fish get sketchy, that's a good time to switch over to a slower drop. Gives them more time to think about it. So far the Texas rig doesn't seem to be pulling them up, and this might be a good time to switch to the weightless, slower fall rate. And we're going to stick with it a few more minutes. Just to see if we can get it. I'm also a firm believer in not pegging your weights unless you absolutely have to, because it really affects the action of the Senko. When the weight and the Senko separate, the Senko will flutter and fall. So unless you have a lot of heavy cover that you're fishing that you need to get through, I would avoid pegging your weight unless you have to. So now we're going to go ahead and switch up to the weightless rig and see if the slower fall rate makes a difference. I had a bite there. So that's the first sign that they want it weightless, is I just had a positive bite in an area that I fished pretty thoroughly with the Texas rig. So the slower fall is definitely working. Right out there in the middle. Alright, so that's our first hit. It's a little dinker, but this goes to show that the difference between weighted and unweighted is important. And as you could see before, I pretty much worked this area over with the Texas rig and I didn't get a bite. That's our first little guy of the day. Like I said, There's not a lot of big fish in this pond, but they do like to fight. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little dink again. It's amazing how high these little suckers will jump though. These little ones are very energetic. I don't think there's anything in here bigger than a couple pounds. But that don't mean they're not fun to catch. Alright, looks like I got a fish. My line's moving. There we go. Got him. He's running away. That was weird. I didn't actually feel that fish. He just swam off with it. The only way I knew I had him on there was that my line was moving. Once again, a little pipsqueak. But I think I've proved that, you know, if the fish are sketchy, you might want to switch to a weightless Senko. It's getting kind of late in the evening. I think I'm going to call it a night. But I just wanted to demo basically the difference between Texas rig and unweighted Senkos make. And if you're fishing a particularly pressured area that you know is pressured, you're not getting bit, you might want to switch up to a non-weighted Senko and just let it drop and wait for something to attack. Thanks for watching. Until next time.